Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, January 30th, 2023. So this will have covered the week of the 23rd through the 29th of January of 2023. This was not a super productive week overall. I've been kind of busy, like I had stuff to do a couple nights this week. Work has been extremely hectic recently, and there's a lot of changes and stuff incoming, so everyone's on edge right now. So it's been one of those weeks. So I didn't have too much time to game overall, but I am happy overall with the progress that I've made so far. So in this past week, I started off on a brand new game, Terminator Resistance Enhanced Edition, aka the PS5 version of Terminator Resistance. This game is a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I remember the PS4 version being a lot of fun, and this version is also a whole lot of fun. Definitely something I would recommend you go out there and play, especially if you can get it for a low price. For the Platinum Trophy is very easy, and the Platinum Trophy is nearly identical in the Enhanced Edition. There's only two new trophies, which I'll get to in a minute here. But you have to destroy a T-800, which is unmissable. You have to destroy a T-800 by shooting its fuel tank. Most people will get that. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get it, though, because I've only played the game for a few hours so far. Only played it once. I'm thinking that this is going to be another game where I maybe try to do the entire Platinum and technically 100% trophy run on on live streams. I think that'd be kind of fun to do. I really kind of want to start trying to do that a little bit more. Because I think that trophy content's doing pretty well right now, so it seems like it would be a good thing to do. And this game, again, is a lot of fun. It's not some piece of shovelware crap like we're getting most of the time now. This is actually a legitimately pretty fun game. So probably going to be streaming it more in the future, but there's actually quite a bit to talk about with those kind of streams and videos, which I'll talk about toward the end of this update, because another game is coming out this week, so I'm going to have like 3 or 4 different projects going on at once. I guess it's that time of year. Anyway, you have to hack 10 devices. I've already hacked 8. That's pretty much unmissable while you're going for everything else. This one is unmissable, I'm pretty sure. This one, I don't remember exactly how to do it. I think you do it at the workbench once you purchase certain upgrades. There's one trophy guide said that this trophy is missable. Another one said that it isn't. But it's like apparently after maybe it's the radio for Ryan quest, you have to go back down into the main base and turn the radio all the way up to annoy the guy. So like I said, there's maybe one guide that said it's missable and one that said it isn't, so I'll just try to make sure to knock that out during my main playthrough. This one, I don't even have the ability to do this yet. I think that's like one of the next things I'm going to get, though. Complete a single side objective that's pretty much unmissable. Successfully open locks. I still think it's hilarious how the lockpicking is so clearly ripped from Fallout and Skyrim. Crafting items is very easy, just as long as you have some materials. That one's pretty much unmissable. You have to find a total of 10 notes in the game, but there's over 30 of them, and a lot of them are just kind of lying around, pretty easy to find. The unlockable door in Pasadena, this is the well-known missable trophy of this game. This one is 100% missable because you have to have your lockpick skill at least a 2, I believe it is. I can't remember if it's a 2 or a 3. I think it's only a 2, but don't quote me on that. It might be as far as a 3. But regardless of which one it is, this is the only trophy that I know 100% for a fact is missable. That's why the trophy's so rare. In fact, 14.7%. Yeah, well, no, I don't know about the new game mode, but that seems to be the rarest trophy so far. This one's probably going to come naturally. This one you have to craft the termination knife and then use it to kill the Terminator. This one's pretty much unmissable. It's a type of side objective you'll get. This is an area-specific trophy in Pasadena. There's several trophies related to like Pasadena and certain other areas. I've completed 4 out of 5 needed side objectives. I'm easily going to complete more than 5 though. I've found 8 notes so far. Again, there's over 30 in the game, so that's not a problem. Then the remainder here is story related, so everything through here is story related. You can do all of the story trophies, you can do all the trophies in the game on the easiest difficulty, which is very nice. I'm currently playing through on normal, but you can certainly play through everything on easy if you wish. The 2 new trophies to this game are for Infiltrator mode. So I don't have any idea what this mode is supposed to be. I have never seen anything about it. But you have to simply finish it, which apparently, well, not apparently, but I'm assuming you can do it on some kind of easier difficulty. Then you have to find 3 secrets, which is the rarest trophy in the base game. So that one I'll probably need to look at a guide for because I don't know anything about that mode. But, I mean, the game's been a lot of fun so far. Like I said, about 3 hours in to the game and, having a lot of fun with it so far. So does it... I'm trying to remember. I need to remember where you look up, like, how long you've been playing a game for. I don't know if it's... I guess it's not in the trophy menu. I guess it's somewhere else. Maybe someone can tell me in the comments here, because I'm sure that I've been told before but forgot. This version also has a DLC, though, the Annihilation line. I did purchase the DLC. Its trophies are all pretty rare, which is nice. I mean, they're probably not as rare on, like, PSN profiles. So my best guess is that these first 5 trophies are story-related, just given both their percentages. Yeah, those look like they'd all be story-related or maybe even some side mission-related stuff. This one, yeah, that's a story, but that's probably like the ending of the story or something. And what about this one? Maybe it might be that all the trophies except for this one are story-related. This one looks like it could be a missable trophy. I don't know how long this game mode is, but that is the rarest trophy, so I'm kind of guessing the way it's worded that one might be a missable trophy, so you might want to like make a save and back it up before you do this particular section of it. I guess we'll find out, though, when I eventually get around to playing it. I do kind of wish it was more than just pretty much... Is it all bronze trophies? Yeah, that one's bronze. What about this one? No, there's one silver. Okay. So, yeah, that's Terminator Resistance. Like I said, having a blast with this game so far. Definitely want to play more of it on live stream. But that's all that I can really talk about for the game for now, because, again, only done one stream of it so far. So, a big focus over the weekend was working on Grand Theft Auto 5. So, last week, I finished off everything remaining in the base heist DLC. I think I finished it all last week, did I? Let's see, 122, yeah. So I would have finished it off last Sunday, that's what I thought. So again, the 5 base heists, Fleeka Job is super, super easy. The Prison Break isn't too bad because it's not a whole lot of setup or anything. It's a pretty simple 4-player heist. The Series A funding is not too bad either. We didn't have too much trouble with it. Humane Labs it's mostly pretty easy with the exception of that god-awful stealth mission because, once again, GTA and stealth really don't mesh very well. And then Pacific Standard, that one was actually kind of tough. That one gave us some trouble on several different missions. It definitely had the hardest finale of the 4, at least, of the 4, like, 4-player heists. But the main progress this week has been on the Doomsday heist. So, I already had the Orbital Cannon trophy. I got that one with one of the guys that I'm playing the game with right now. He just let me kill him, and we've all just let each other kill each other as needed to unlock this trophy. Makes it very easy so you don't waste too much money going around the map just trying to randomly shoot targets. So, currently, I have set up the Doomsday heist. And I have finished Act 1. We finished that on Sunday. But Act 3 I actually finished on Saturday because a couple of the guys in the group had already finished everything in Act 3 except for the last 2 missions. So the final setup and the actual finale. So I just joined in on them because they had been doing it with only 2 people. They weren't going for Criminal Mastermind or anything, so don't worry, I didn't screw them over or anything. But in that whole run, we finished the last setup. It's the one where you have to fly the bomber around and other people have to bomb targets and shoot at helicopters and planes and stuff. Thankfully, I'm a pretty good pilot, so I'm not good at much in this game, but I can fly a plane reasonably well in GTA Online. So that's usually my strongest skill set in the heist, is that I can fly a plane pretty well. But otherwise, in Act 2, I think that's for Act 2, yep. So far for Act 2, I have finished all of the prep missions and one of the setup missions, so there are 3 more setups and then the finale, and then I shouldn't end up having to do Act 3, which is really, really nice because that's the longest one. This trophy is for finishing all 3 acts of the Doomsday Heist, so this one should unlock at the same time as this one. We'll be knocking these out over this coming weekend, so I'll be done with these first 6 trophies by the end of the weekend. But now, let's talk about the infamous 2 trophies. The Elite Challenges. I'm going to do it. I'm going to have the Elite Challenges done, possibly even by the end of this coming weekend. As it turns out, they're not really that horrible because with the Elite Challenges, you can do them on normal. You don't have to do them on hard. So that makes it a whole lot easier. And we finished the first Elite Challenge on Sunday, the one for Act 1. Now, Act 1's is the shortest and probably the easiest, but it still took us a few tries. The first try or 2 didn't really work out because the facility I had was definitely too far away. I initially had the one right underneath the airbase, the Fort Zancudo or whatever. So that one was just kind of too far away, so I ended up just trading that one in and purchasing the Sandy Shores one. I know it's pretty expensive, but it definitely makes it a lot easier. And we were able to knock this one out within about 5 tries from there. Just like we used a couple runs to practice, and then once we were confident, we ran through it. The first Elite Challenge is you have to beat the mission in the finale, just the finale. These only relate to the finale. You can die all you want and screw up all you want on the setups and prep missions. Just on the finales, you have certain objectives. So for this one, it was you can't die during the finale. You have to finish the finale in 5.5 minutes, and you have to kill 78 total enemies. So when we did it, we ended up obviously not dying. We finished it in, I think, 5 minutes and 19 seconds, so we had a few seconds to spare. And then beyond that, we had 80-something kills, like probably around 85 kills. You can get a ton of them in the very final portion where you're in the cannons. So it only took us about 5 tries probably to get the first Act's Elite Challenge. The second act, I think, is a 15-minute timer and no deaths again, but I think it has 1 or 2 other objectives. I'm not sure exactly what they are. As for Act 3, that one, we actually did reasonably well on our first ever run of the Act 3 finale. Like, keeping in mind that none of us knew what we were doing because they had never completed it, and I had seen a video of it recently, but had never actually played it myself, so I was guiding as best I could. And the Act 3 heist finale is, let's see, you can't die, of course, which we had one stupid death. I think someone in the group might have blown themselves up or just stood up in the wrong place, so it's something that could be very easily rectified. We didn't fail any hacks, so we got that objective done. Then there's headshots. I think it's either kills or headshots. You need 150 of them. We legitimately got 300, like we got exactly 300. So that was not an issue at all. The big issue for that one is the time, because it took us, I think, just over 40 minutes, like 40 to 41 minutes to do it. We'll be able to cut it down if we get better at the hacking. That would probably cut it down by a good 5 minutes at least right there. It's just everything else. We'll have to see if we can cut down the time well enough. I think we'll be able to, though, because I think the timer starts when you get to the vehicles, and we kind of screwed around there for a little bit of time, just messing around trying to figure out what vehicle we wanted. So, yeah, I don't really think the other 2 Elite Challenges are going to be all that bad. And that trophy is a 0.6% on PSN profiles. So that will be my rarest trophy on my profile when we get it. As for Criminal Mastermind, I honestly do not know if I'm going to be able to do this. If you only had to do one Criminal Mastermind challenge, I think I would go for it, and I think I'd be able to do it. Probably the 4-player variant. Yes, there's more risk of people dying, but it should also make certain aspects of it easier. Though I don't actually know if 4-player is easier or not. 2-player might be the easiest for all I know. I do know that for the Elite Challenges, it seems like 4 players is probably going to be the easiest option for that one. But it's just, you have to beat the entire Doomsday Heist from start to finish on the hardest difficulty without anyone dying. and you have to do it with the same crew the whole time so no one can get disconnected or anything. Plus, it's known to be really buggy, and sometimes it'll just stop updating and wipe your progress for no reason. Because the thing about the Elite Challenges is, once again, it is only for the finales, so it's not really that bad. And you can keep technically restarting the finales by just continuing when you fail at it, or when you're on like a practice run, just have someone leave the game and then hit continue at the end instead of restart, and it won't screw with your progress. So the Elite Challenges are really not too terrible, as far as I can tell. I don't know anything about Act 2 because we haven't done much of Act 2 yet. It's just, I honestly don't know about the Criminal Mastermind challenges. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be able to do them because I honestly don't know. Maybe it will happen someday, but I honestly am leaning more towards this game is never going to get 100% and it's going to be at, 98% or whatever. We'll see, but I just don't really see it happening. I don't know if I have the time or the patience to deal with it. And I do know that if I wanted to do it, I would want to make sure that someone in the group has already finished the Criminal Mastermind stuff, because then everyone else in the group can leave, and then the progress should only be reset for the person that's already finished the Criminal Mastermind stuff. I think that's kind of how it works, but again, it's known to be really broken, and then it's way too easy to fail certain missions. Like, there's a stealth mission in Act 1 or 2. Was it Act 1 or Act 2? There's a stealth mission. It might be Act 1. And again, it's stealth, and GTA stealth just don't mesh. I don't know. We will have to see, but I'm definitely leaning more towards the idea that I'm never going to actually get this trophy. I will get Elitist, though, and I will get these other two, so we'll be at whatever that is, like 66 out of 60, or 67 out of 68 or something. And then I can eventually sync it up on the PS5 and get the free PS5 Platinum Trophy and near 100%. I don't know if it's ever going to be a thing I'm going to be capable of doing. I would need probably a lot more time to practice, or I'd need a really good strategy and like a really boss partner, some amazing partner that's done it before that can somewhat carry me through it. I mean, it doesn't have to be a full carry, because I can usually hold my own in GTA at this point in these heist missions, but I would need a lot of help. So I'll see if maybe I can find someone that would be willing to carry me through most of it, but we'll have to see. So, level 817, 10%, 25,183 total trophies, 693 platinums, 4,517 golds, 6,652 silvers, 13,321 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Things are about to get a little interesting, because I'm going to be taking on effectively like 3 to 4 projects all at once. Aside from continuing to work on GTA 5, I still have a little bit more Fallout 3 to do, probably another 2 videos and then a finale live stream for that, so effectively 3 more parts of that. But along with that, I do kind of want to do Terminator as a full trophy playthrough series, because the game is fun and it's not particularly long. And beyond that, though, for those who might have forgotten, there's a SpongeBob game coming out on Tuesday, on the 31st, SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake. And I'm going to be playing that either on Tuesday or Wednesday for the first time. But whenever I do end up playing it, it will be live streamed from start to finish. I assume it's not going to be a particularly long game, probably like another 10 to 15 hour game, probably like 15-ish hours. I'm sure it'll be a little longer than Battle for Bikini Bottom. And I'll be going for the Platinum Trophy in it, probably also trying to write a trophy guide on PSN Profiles at the same time. But the interesting thing is that the trophy list has not actually been revealed yet. I read on, maybe it's the Xbox achievement website, I think they managed to get a leaked version of the achievements, but I don't know if it's official. I mean, I assume that it's probably official and that the trophies will be the same, just obviously with trophies instead of gamer score values. If that is the case, I am slightly concerned because it has a lot of like mission-specific trophies, or achievements. So my question will be, are you able to replay every single level of the game? And is it going to be fully linear? Is it going to be more very much like Battle for Bikini Bottom, where it's, separate spatulas and you can warp to them? But in Battle for Bikini Bottom, you couldn't really replay that many things in the game. I mean, you could replay the main bosses, but I don't think you could replay the mini bosses. And I don't really think you could replay most of the spatulas in the game because they all, disappear from collection, but you can replay the boss fights. So there's the possibility the game could have a good number of missable trophies unless they make some gameplay changes, which would be definitely surprising for that kind of a kid's game. But either way, that's going to be a game that I'm playing either on day 1 or day 2, depending on, how much time I have on Tuesday and whatnot with work and all. So that is the current plan for this week, is that I will be streaming SpongeBob Cosmic Shake, and I will be streaming Terminator again at some point. I'll be playing GTA 5 a lot this coming weekend, and I still have a few more parts of Fallout 3 to do. I also still have one more Aruba vlog. It's fully edited at this point. I just have to release it. Also, I edited a video that's going to be along the lines of 15 platinums in 90 minutes, no stroking required. That's the current working title of it. It's going to be following the new sort of style of trophy videos that several other YouTubers have been doing. I guess technically Nick AR was kind of the first one to do it, but there's a bunch of other people that do it now. There's like Tanner and Snamwiches and several other people that do that now. So I am actually looking forward to doing that, though, to change up the format, see if I can try to evolve my content a little bit beyond just this traditional style of road to such and such easy platinum trophy game, etc. But yeah, that is pretty much the current plans for this week. It's going to be probably quite a few streams. I'm going to be trying to stream a lot more often in 2023. I'm going to try to stream on more weeknights, provided that I have, the time and energy to do so. Yeah, that's just a big thing for 2023. I definitely want to stream a lot more this year and a lot more during the week, even if they're shorter streams sometimes, even if they might not be as heavily viewed as weekend streams, because obviously other people all over the world might be busy and whatnot. I'm sure that like my European viewers probably aren't the biggest fan of the late night streams, at least during the week, because it's going to be, 1 or 2 in the morning over there, whereas it's, 8 p.m. over here. But that is, again, the plan for this week. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell if you haven't already. Definitely excited for what's to come throughout this year. We also have Hogwarts Legacy next month. Got Resident Evil 4 later on in the year, and probably several other games that I'm forgetting. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later this week for hopefully quite a few streams.